Hello, today I wanted to do a quick video on how I started running. I'm actually doing a 10k race tomorrow and a lot of my friends often ask how I got into running, so I just wanted to make this video for them and for anyone else who's interested in watching. So I've done, as I said, I'm doing a 10k race tomorrow. I've also done a few half marathons and a marathon, and I've been running for probably the last 5 years. At school I wasn't sporty at all, so really running is kind of something that's taken a lot of my friends by surprise, and also my family, because I was a very So one of the most important things for running is to get the right pair of shoes. You don't need obviously much equipment for running, you just need good shoes. So I have got these Asics shoes. Ta-da! They're really muddy. Not doing a very good job of modelling them because they're covered in mud, but they are the Asics GT2000. The reason I got these boots, they're not boots. The reason I got these shoes, that'd be cool. The reason I got these shoes is because they come in a wide fit. So if you have a look, this box on the front here, this bit's called the box, is very wide. They are a D width fitting. Asics is one of the only brands I could find that do extra wide shoes. Also, I went to the shop and had my gait analysis done. So that is where you get on a running machine in the middle of a shop, start running on it. It's a bit weird, says people just shopping. You start running on it. Then they look at, what they did with me is they looked at how I ran. They also did a little video camera thing, and then they can tell you whether you overpronate or underpronate. So that's basically if your feet kind of go off either side, you're overpronating or underpronating, or you can be neutral, which is great, which means that you don't need any support in the shoes. But I did need some support, so these ones are a bit supported on the inside. I'll probably take them down because I'm holding them up here. So these are the shoes that I have. They're muddy, they're not the most beautiful shoes in the world, but they are really good for running. I've tried lots of other brands and I always come back to Asics or Asics, or however you say it. So they're really good. So basically get yourself a really good pair of shoes. It's pretty much, you're not going to be paying for any kind of gym membership or anything like that, so it's definitely worth spending a bit of money on the shoes because you don't really need much else, and then you can get started. The next tip that I would like to give you is to sign up to some kind of race. I first signed up to a 10k race, but I think it doesn't matter. Whatever kind of race you're willing to sign up to, just do it. Just kind of get on your computer now, find the next one, give yourself long enough to train obviously, and just do it. I think a lot of people start with 5k races, or you could even do a mile race. Just sign up to something. I think for me, that's what keeps me motivated to actually go for a run, because when it's really raining and pouring like it is outside at the moment in London, you don't really feel like going for a run. But if you know that you've got a race and you think it's going to be really embarrassing if I don't finish this, or if I finish it and I'm a big hot sweaty mess, it kind of gets you going to go out for a run. So I'd say definitely sign up to a race. I think the second thing with signing up to a race that's really good is often you can do it for charity. If you can find a cause that you really care about and that you know that you're doing this run for a really amazing charity and making a difference, that can be really inspiring as well. The next thing I would say that's really helped me is my friend and I went for dinner, and I told her that I was planning on doing another 10k race and kind of got her to agree to do it as well. So this was 5 years ago or so now, and then we have started running pretty much most weeks on a Monday, so we call it Run Day Monday, catchy. So we run together, and on the days when I don't feel like going out for a run, or she doesn't feel like going out for a run, one of us normally picks the other one up and says, do you know what, come on, we can do this, and we'll go out for a run together. So I think if you can find a friend who wants to run with you, or a partner who wants to run, or a family member, or if you have a dog, make the dog go for a run with you. It's just really motivating to be with someone else. If you don't have anyone who's interested in going for a run with you, then I'd say try and look at local running clubs. There's normally a running club really locally to most people, so you could join that running club. Sometimes they're free, so that's a positive as well. Or you could join your local athletics club and start going along to interval training, something like that. So try and do running with other people. So I think it really helps, and also for the social aspect. So whenever I do run with my friend, we will always choose to do our long run together, because it means that we can go at a slightly slower pace and have a chat and catch up on the week, so it's really nice. So yeah, definitely try and get a friend or partner or anyone really to run with you. I personally really like to run and see an improvement, so I think tracking your running is really helpful. I have used different methods over the years to track my runs. First of all, I used to use like a route planner type thing before, well, I'm sure there was apps, but I just wasn't using them yet. I used to use a route planner thing online and just used to put the route I was planning on running and see how far it was. Then I progressed to a Nike Plus. So they're the ones, I had the band, so the Nike Plus band, which goes with a sensor which goes into your shoe. I obviously don't run with Nike shoes, so what I did, I don't do it anymore because I've got a new replacement for the Nike Plus band, but I used to you can cut a hole. If you've got Nike shoes, don't do this, just put it where it's meant, the sensor is meant to go in the Nike shoes. But if you don't have Nike shoes, then this is a cheeky way to get around it. So if you just cut a hole along the tongue, there along the seam in the tongue, and pop the sensor in there and then sew it back up again, then you can use Nike Plus Sport Band with the sensor in your shoe. They're quite affordable. You can also use, they've got an app that you can use along with the sensor as well. The other apps that you could use are, for example, something like Runkeeper, which you can use on your smartphone and just take it on your run with you if you want to run with something, and then you can see how far you've run from that. The thing I've been using most recently, I have got a Garmin. This is the Garmin Forerunner. It was quite cheap. It was purple, so I liked it. It probably isn't the best at actually finding you, so this works with GPS like a lot of the smartphone apps do. It does struggle to find you, so what I'll do is if I know I'm going out for a long run, I'll always turn it on, pop it outside for a bit, hopefully it'll find me while I'm getting changed or something for a run, hopefully it'll find me, then pop it on and go for that run. That is the only thing that I'd say is not great about this sometimes, is it does take a little while to locate where I am, but other than that it's pretty good. It will show you all your kind of how many calories you've burned, your lap speed, all that kind of thing, so it's pretty good. The other thing that I think is really important when you start running is to feel really inspired about running. So read people's blogs about running, read about the nutrition and the food that they eat and the routes that they've done, and hear about their stories of improvement. Also, I think I love reading a good healthy fitness magazine, so I've got a subscription to Women's Health, which I really like. I've also in the past read Runner's World. They have a really good website for training plans as well. So Runner's World, Women's Health, Women's Fitness, those kind of magazines, but this is the one I've got a subscription to at the moment, so I really like it. They help me feel really inspired, and sometimes I feel like when I'm reading about exercise, it almost feels like I'm doing it. So the other thing I wanted to mention is not to start doing too much too soon. When you're feeling really inspired and you're on a bit of a health kick, you can feel like you want to just go out and run for miles and miles and miles. Sometimes you feel like that. When I first went for my first run, when I decided I was going to start doing it properly, I ran for a mile pretty much as fast as I possibly could. I felt like I was going to be sick. It was almost enough to put me off. I felt absolutely awful. I think I would have been much better to start off doing perhaps jogging, not trying to run flat out for a minute, then walking for a minute, then jogging for a minute, then walking for a minute, and building up from there. There's so many training plans for beginners online, so as soon as I signed up to my first race, I looked for a training plan for a beginner and tried not to do too much too soon, because I think you can tend to injure yourself, and it's really important to just start off slowly and get your body used to running before going all out, otherwise you make yourself feel sick. So the other thing to keep yourself injury free is to try as much as possible to do other kinds of exercise as well. So if you're into any kind of other exercise like swimming, or if you like going to body pump, or if you like doing yoga, try and do that as well as doing running, because it will keep your muscles nice and stretched out and also build strength in the muscles, the supporting muscles, to keep your joints in good order. So yeah, definitely build up slowly. Start running and then doing a little walk, then running, then doing a little walk, and build up from there. Follow a beginner's training plan. Don't build up your mileage too quickly, and try as much as possible to do other exercises that aren't just running. I really hope this video was useful for some people and that it's made you feel inspired to go out for a run. I really enjoy running. It makes me feel happy, it makes me feel better about myself, it makes me feel fit and healthy. So I hope that you enjoy your first run more than I enjoyed my first run because I felt sick, but I hope overall you get really into running and start to enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Bye!